my God.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Superhero Roundup live here on SourceFedNERD. I am Matt Lieberman. Joining me on the couch, as always, Mr. Sam Basher.
Yay.
And Miss Maud Garrett.
What's up? Sorry,
Hello.
I've just finished watching Supergirl and I realized
Right now.
these were still on, and I was like, "Whoa, just doing a little bit of mixing and DJing in my downtime."
DJ Wooldridge, unfortunately, not joining us today. It's his birthday. He's taking a little much-deserved time off.
Day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear DJ.
Leaves him
Happy
hanging.
birthday to Zoom. Yay! This is the show that we, as always, we talk about all the superhero TV shows on TV. We're talking about Supergirl. We're talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Flash, Arrow. We're going to briefly talk about iZombie, Gotham, and Heroes Reborn. As well as some assorted TV and movie superhero news. We do this show live every single Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tell your friends! The best way to watch this show or listen to the show, whatever you're doing, interact with this show,
It's
is
definitely
to watch
by yourself
us.
in your bedroom.
Yes, by yourself in your bedroom with your pants off, live, so that you can chat with us in the chat and you can tweet at us using the hashtag SHRoundup.
And I'll read them on the show.
Yes, you will. As always, we do a question of the day. We have one every single week. This week's question of the day is, what did you think of Superman showing up on Supergirl?
What?
It was like a blink and you miss it thing. And let me just say, CBS.com's awful video player is so bad, so skippy
I
and
missed
jumpy
it.
and garbage that Maud didn't even see it because it legitimately skipped the frame.
It was almost 4 frames a second, so it would every maybe 2 seconds I'd get another still shot of what was happening, and in that 2 seconds I missed it.
You missed
insane.
the Man of Steel showing up on Supergirl.
Now, before we get started, a few announcements. One, if you haven't gone to iTunes and rated and review the show, do it. It really helps everyone here out. It's how more people find this show, and it helps us get sponsors that are going to keep this show on the air.
We should read out some of the reviews each week. As
I would love to do that. We're going to read out some of the reviews. So if you rate and review the show, next week, on next week's show, we are going to read some of your reviews right here on the show. So go ahead and do that. The other thing is, of course, Jessica Jones is coming out on Netflix next Friday. That's a week from today.
That's the whole season.
That's the whole season in one day. So last time when Daredevil came out, DJ, Sam, and I got together and we watched all 13 episodes in a row.
As friends.
For you guys, as friends. And we streamed us watching them live on Periscope. So we're doing the same thing again this year.
Yay.
So starting Saturday morning, that's next Saturday morning, I believe it's the 21st. The 21st at like 9 or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to have a concrete time. We're going to send it out to you. Tune in. We're going to Periscope us watching the first episode live. I think we might just leave a camera running through like the whole day. If you just want to pop in on Periscope and watch us watch or watch with us, we'll let you know when we're about to start each episode.
Yeah.
There could be some special guests walking in and out. Like we're kind of giving an open invitation to some of our favorite geeky TV nerd friends to join us, and we're going to do a little halfway through the season recap at some point during the day. So tune into the show next week, and I'll give you all the concrete times for that stuff.
I'm not going to be there because I'm going to be on a plane going home. So guys, hold the fort for me.
We'll try.
Don't spoil
Our
anything.
best. We won't spoil anything. So guys, don't tweet Jessica Jones spoilers to Maud. Don't
Now that we've
do it.
said that they're going to do it,
Well,
because
they were
I
gonna
know
do it,
you're out
and
there.
I'll
Yeah,
block you.
fair.
I'll block you.
Yeah, she'll block you. Don't do it.
Jessica Jones ain't got nothing on me.
But the reviews are starting to roll in for Jessica Jones, and they're all the ones I've read are very positive. So that's exciting. Okay, let's talk about some news.
Oh, we got some great news. We'll kick it off with some Justice League news from Heroic Hollywood. They're saying they want to introduce another DC female character that's super strong, really cool character, Mira.
Yeah, that's Aquaman's wife.
Aquaman's wife,
The
or
Khaleesi
Aquawoman.
of the sea.
That is quite the pitch for Mira. I wouldn't say that, but I mean, that's a way of getting other people, like normal people, interested
Yeah, well,
in
it's the same
Game
Mira.
of Thrones fans mainly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Game of Thrones, that's great. Let's put that in the DC universe and see if it works.
Yeah,
Because, Jason Momoa looks exactly like this.
Arthur Curry.
yeah. Hey
Jason
guys,
Momoa
we're
looks like an
introducing
Arthur.
this new character, Jimmy Olsen. He's the Glenn from The Walking Dead of the DC universe. It's just like, let's take a thing that we know you like and let's just stamp it on everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited to see Mira?
I am. I've always liked Mira as a character, and I feel like never hurting for strong females is always a good a good choice. And it also kind of sets the stage a little bit for what we might come to expect when the Aquaman movie hits.
Which is that's a James Wan.
James Wan
is attached to
directing.
that. And I'm really excited for that.
He's one of the best.
And he's an Aussie, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Technically Australian.
That's cool. And I'm excited because I read, if you guys read Blackest Night, the Green Lantern run, she's like a really pivotal character in that, and she's stellar. She's great. So I'm excited to see her in Justice League.
What is the bet that DC went to Amelia Clark and said, say a figure?
Yeah.
Because we want
I bet.
Amelia Clark, isn't it?
Yeah.
She plays
also,
Daenerys Targaryen, so she's a bit busy at the moment.
Khal Drogo is Aquaman.
Yes.
So it's like, it's not even, there's no way it's unintentional. I bet you that they were dying to get that, you're absolutely right, get that pairing back together. And then when she decided not to do it, they went and used Khaleesi anyway.
I bet she's still in talks. I bet
Really?
she's
There
in
has
talks.
to have been a figure on the table. I can just see it right now. An
They're like-
envelope was pushed across the table, and they were like,
There's like no reason not to. There's no reason not to. She could play Mira. Mm-hmm. All right, and some more fun female character topping to the comic book world. There's rumors that a female MCU villain, the first female MCU villain, is going to hop into Thor Ragnarok, and they believe it's going to be Valkyrie. If you're a fan of Thor, or they also have Hela, the Queen of the Dead, who there's a graphic up right now. She looks awesome. She's got some antlers, which would be really cool.
And also, they were saying in some of the articles that she would have an organic tie-in to the plot of Ragnarok.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because that story is extremely complicated. It's the Norse apocalypse, so we'll see how that works.
Of the Dead, I think, would have a very defined role. It's like, okay.
hold on, this seems all really kind of like nice and fluent with Thor. You've got Thor, you've got, Valkyrie, that's all great. And then Hulk's in there.
And Hulk.
And
Hulk. There's a whole saga of the Thing and Thor going through space. The Thing and Thor, and they went on grand adventures through space.
The Thing and Thor.
The Thing and Thor. The
Thing
Thing
and
and
Thor.
Thor.
Thing and Thor.
Thor and
Thing
the
and Thor.
Thing. Thing and the Thor.
Yeah.
Thor and the. Ooh boy. But that's exciting. I'm mainly excited to see a female villain because we know the MCU does not have great villains. I'm excited to see David Tennant though. He's going to be real scary.
Who have we seen sort of female villain wise? Surely there's
Iron Man
been
3.
Who can forget Sharon Stone in Catwoman?
me. I could.
Yes, me too.
Oops.
I did.
Yeah.
When did we? I mean, I know we had Fish Mooney. She was kind of like a kick-ass villain-esque kind of character in Gotham.
But in Gotham.
That's not comparable.
is,
There were some baddies in some of the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
They
Well,
were-
we had Jia Ying last season on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
She was very intimidating. I'm really digging, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find somebody.
The fact that we have to dig is a problem.
Yeah, so it's exciting to see that in Thor. Hopefully, there's justice for the character. We also, speaking of Marvel,
Poison Ivy and Batman and Robin.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. That's
Hey!
not great either.
And my lips are poison.
And then
I want
was
rubber lips. I want rubber lips.
You're a compost. Yeah, so in Australia we say compost, so that was the funniest line to me.
That's compost.
Who was your favorite female villain? Maybe if we see them in the comments, if you are watching live, we'll read them out. Nebula?
Oh, Nebula and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Great.
She was good.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
but-
she has a bigger role in the second one.
I feel like, because Karen Gillan, she's so fun and lovable, and then all of a sudden she was a little bit detached from the role,
And bald.
That's true.
And then we got some more Marvel news. We have Chiwetel Ejiofor's first photo from Doctor Strange's Baron Mordo, whatever.
Probably.
so cool.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he looks real cool. I like his robe. I like the beard on Benedict Cumberbatch, and that's about as much as you can say about it. But people are freaking out about this photo.
Yeah, which I don't get. Look,
Hey, it's in
I
Nepal.
love both those actors. I will watch both those actors in anything. The fact that they're together, great. That's all I need to know. Who cares what they look like right now?
How are you not excited? He's got a full beard. Benedict's got a full beard. Look at that
Sherlock
beard.
with facial hair. Oh.
All right, see?
Ow.
How can you not be more excited? I mean, I'm about it the same as you. I'm not
Yeah.
that excited, but I'm excited for the movie.
I'm a consistent level of excited. Seeing the photos didn't make me more excited, didn't make me less excited. I am excited to see the movie. And when it's out, I'll be excited to see it. And that's really it.
And we'll all see it together, and we'll all freak out about it or tear it apart.
Sure.
DJ will tear it apart.
Sure.
I bet that's what's going to happen.
I'm excited that there's evidence that it's just being made.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's like one of those properties where like you never imagined was actually going to happen. And here
I
it
still
is.
don't really believe it, but we'll see it. I mean, like Ant-Man, that didn't make a lot of sense. Still doesn't.
And that should
Boy.
have, by all accounts, just crumbled and died. But it was fine.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last piece of news, and the coolest one in my opinion, the first image from the Flash Arrow crossover with the Hawks came out, and they actually don't look half bad.
They don't look half bad.
I'm excited for
incredibly exciting.
And the Black Canary is going to be involved in the crossover, and I really hope she has something to do.
Ooh, boy.
Please don't get your ass beat. Please. Please,
Wait,
one
which Black
episode.
Canary are we talking about?
The main, Laurel.
Laurel. Can she just get? She'll get a billy club made out of nth metal.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's not bad. Or her scream will. No.
No,
I don't want to talk about the
different
scream.
frequency, same scream.
That was just blah.
What do you imagine? Like after like one of the Arrow writers wrote that and just sort of like
Send.
done.
Guess who's getting a bonus?
I'm getting hammered and I'm getting laid tonight, baby. You won't believe the line that I crafted, an iconic line that's gonna live forever in the
That's
superhero
her new
canon.
catchphrase.
Ooh, yeah.
She's going to say it 2 more times this season.
Everything in the world is every time I watch a CW show or the shows that we're reviewing is if I pause at something corny like that and we literally get together and act it out in the boardroom meeting. That would be fun.
Oh, God damn it, Laurel. God, just give her something to do.
What else we got?
Oh, that's it for news, guys. That's it because there wasn't much.
Yeah. The one other thing, though, I do want to bring up is that Heroic Hollywood reported, I think it was like last week or the week before, that instead of Iron Fist, they're actually going to do Moon Knight, which is exactly what we pitched on this show.
Hey.
Oh, they did. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's all like up in the air.
I know it's all rumors,
all up
But
but
still.
it's like we predicted it. If it came true, you heard it here first. Damn right.
That's your catchphrase.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
Flipped it.
What's your
First.
catchphrase, Sam?
Oh,
Sam has a point?
Sam has a point is good, or ooh,
Or
Yeah.
I'm saying.
or I'm Sam's good.
What's
Yeah.
mine?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Wow, that's
it's a good one.
it's quality.
Oh, there's mine.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, right. And like everyone's like going down the street like,
yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You have
Oh,
T-shirts.
yeah.
You do a motivational speech and you go up on stage like, oh yeah, and
oh
everybody's
my god, it's
chanting
like
it.
this is the Eat My Shorts. Oh, I didn't do it. In The
What?
Simpsons, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
All
Let's
right.
talk about our shows that we don't talk about in depth. Let's just knock them out.
Shoddy
hey.
iZombie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Do you
I'll
want
listen to the others though. If anyone
Okay.
wants. Who's going to do Goth?
I'll
He's
do it because
got
I'm the only one who's
Gotham
still
heroes.
torturing
iZombie.
myself.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So Gotham this week, Barbara Keene finally gets the opportunity to kill Jim Gordon, and rather than just do it, she wants to relive the wedding that they never had.
Why didn't they get? Why?
Why? Because she's crazy, I guess. She kidnaps Lee Tompkins and is going to make her watch her kill Jim Gordon while they're getting fake married. But Jim survives, and he finds out that Mayor James is still alive. So
Where is he?
He's being held in a warehouse, and he's just alive. I guess they've been coming in and feeding him through a tube every day, and he's just been crapping himself. But he's alive. So Mayor Gallivan is in some hot water, if you know what I'm talking about. But there actually was kind of an interesting idea that was posited and then immediately thrown away in this episode.
What?
That seems to happen a lot.
A lot, where Gallivan basically he produces this envelope and he's like, Bruce, I want to clean up this city. I want to use your company to do it. I want to clean up your family's legacy because your company's full of people who are corrupt. In this envelope, I have the identity of your parents' killer. I've done my research. I figured it out. I have it right here because he asks Bruce, "What do you want? What's your life dream?" He's like, "I want to find the man who killed my parents and I want to kill him." And it's like, well, Bruce, what if you could live a life without pain, where you could take this envelope, you could go get your justice, you could be
Vengeance.
I will give you billions of dollars for your company.
There's a difference.
Yeah, get your vengeance. I'll give you billions of dollars for your company. You can live your whole life just as a free billionaire with this part of your life put behind you.
What's the
what
catch,
happened?
though? Is there a
There-
catch?
the catch is he doesn't know that Gallivan intends to destroy his company and destroy the whole city. but Bruce considers it and he breaks down in front of Alfred and he's like I hate this. I don't want this life. Like, is it wrong that I'm tempted? And I love this. And I'm like, wow, imagine if he actually got the identity of his parents' killer, killed the guy, or had him killed.
When he's a kid.
Yeah, when he's a kid.
That's gonna fuck
and then
you up for a long time.
realizes that the emptiness will never go away and has to become Batman anyway, tortured by this thing that he did when he was very young. Like the idea of that and how that could rewrite Batman mythology is so cool. And then Bruce decides not to do it, and then everything's fine.
Now you kind of knew he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, of course. But it just that's the thing is if you're going to flirt with interesting ideas, don't make them all straw men where we know that none of them will ever come to pass.
I mean, that's the point though with this show. That's the whole point. You already know the end. You know the end.
You know the end, but you don't know how they got there. So, playing with our common knowledge of the Batman mythos and twisting some things, but still getting us to the same place, maybe for different reasons, is a very interesting idea.
Who's the killer?
We don't know.
I know from
because
the comics,
as soon
but
as
I don't want to spoil it for people watching.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything to
Nothing.
you? No, not
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold.
Yeah. No, it's just sort of by the episode's end, the police come in and Galavan throws the envelope in the fire, and Bruce is all crying because he fucked up.
It sounds like a fantastic episode, guys.
Just a real humdinger. Let's talk about Heroes Reborn.
Heroes Reborn. You know what? Hey, the show's pretty good right now. We're dealing with the time travel 2-parter episode. This is the aftermath. That actually, what I thought had happened was with future Noah going back in time, that this was always supposed to happen, and in a way it was.
Right.
But also he did when he tried to kill
Erica
Kravitz. That did change. That was not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And it changed the dynamic with, if it's okay if I can talk about it,
Yeah.
that his partner in the beginning that died because of his sister killing him, the shadow guy, the chubby guy with the beard, he did not die. And actually, he is now working for Erica Kravitz.
To save his sister.
Actually, not to save his sister. He's just working with her now. He and his sister are double teamed.
Basically, because of Noah's actions on June 13th, the bearded guy was brought to his sister on that day and has just been living with her and being around her and being corrupted by Renatus ever since.
Yes.
Right.
So that was
and
kind
the
of a
Haitian
fun
isn't
twist.
dead.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't really know. But now we're dealing with the guy living up being the superhero in LA, and he's being sent to that camp to try to save his nephew and the priest. If you guys can remember that. That was fun. Greg Grunberg, I forget what his character's name is. Matt Parkman, and he is really messed up. He is the leader of this insane asylum for superheroes.
Didn't he sell his power?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's he sold his power to Renatus, and now he's using it to keep all these Evos super docile in this insane asylum until they can decide what to do with their powers.
If they're useful.
That's another word that we say differently.
Docile?
You say docile?
I certainly do.
What do you say?
Docile.
Oops. That's different. That's just different.
Ding.
No, that's just different. It's just different. But no, overall, the episode's really interesting, and they ended it with... they had this really good showdown with Zachary Levi's character, his wife, Nathan, which we know is the boy now, the teleporting boy, and Noah. They all showed up, and so everything's starting to come together. But I'm interested to see also crazy spoilers at the very end of the episode. The video game
girl is in the
alive.
future. She's 5,000 years in the future.
Yeah, it's weird. She just wakes up in the desert, then walks over to a town that you can see in the distance, which you got a hint of earlier as a painting in Erica Kravitz's living room. So
it's the place where she's been sending all the supplies and stuff into the future after the world ended.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. And her character has become way more interesting.
Yeah.
But overall, I recommend Heroes now, but we don't need to go much more in depth.
Right.
Yes,
Although they're making a huge mistake with how they're airing it. They're airing next week's episode, and then they're not airing any more new episodes until January, where they air the last 3.
Silly.
And you brought up a good point. It could have been a cool 3-parter, like a 3-hour event. It's not. It's just 1-hour events.
Week. It's weak.
Yeah, it's weak.
I started watching the original Hero series again from the start.
Oh, first season's great.
Yeah.
Real good. Really good. Oh, but nope. This is not that, though.
Not that. Let's talk about iZombie.
All right, really quickly, Liv and... Spoilers, obviously, because it's a recap.
Yeah.
Liv and Major are back together, giving it a go. trying that out.
Having
and they
that
realized,
Skype sex.
yeah, they can't bonk. So
Oops.
he's getting blue balls and she's getting antsy in her pantsies.
Yeah,
And
because
then
she's got that STZ,
Ooh.
sexually transmitted
no
zombie.
zombieism.
condoms will stop that from happening.
Because the zombie virus is so small, it can slip through the molecules of latex.
Ew, sex.
But I mean, hey, a single finger scratch on your skin gives you zombies.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know how she's having sex, but I mean, anyway.
I think full body condoms would work, but
Just because you love morph suits more than anyone I've ever met.
no, not during the bedtime stuff. Anyway,
There's an interesting dynamic happening. Remember how we met Blaine's father and Blaine
Yes.
completely
He's
manipulated
amazing.
the situation and was
Yeah.
controlling him? Well, now that Blaine's a human, his dad's a zombie and got the power back and loves immortality and running a huge mafia business. And so that's kind of funny now that they're done the old switcheroo. And how it finished things means that we've actually got a really cool subplot happening. And that's, what's the best friend's name again?
Peyton and Mr. Boss.
Yes.
Yeah, great scene. Eddie Jemison, who from the Ocean's 11 movies and a bunch of other stuff. He's always like a little quiet guy. I loved him playing the heavy.
Same.
Yeah, really cool.
Because he starts off as this guy who kind of just has a really great idea of how you would kill someone and get away with it. And it turns out he's been the crime lord all along.
Yeah.
all along.
So, yeah, that's something that we haven't really seen. And Major's still got a bit of a dilemma because the FBI is sniffing around about all these missing bodies that he's been killing, or freezing, I should say. And that's it for my zombie. Keep watching it. Yay. And everyone jump onto Twitter and give Raul Coley a happy birthday message because it's his birthday today. He turned 30.
Aw,
Comicbook.com
happy
did an
birthday.
article about
Certainly
it.
did. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that
Maybe
is.
one day, huh, Sam?
Maybe one day. Wow, Sam turned 23 next year. we'll keep our eyes out, huh? That was really
I
I
sad
love
of me to say.
that's how the article,
Wow.
the headline, Sam,
Yeah.
Wow.
Sam turned 23 next year. So it's like, it's telling an article of something that will happen.
Hey, just people
Wow.
better prepare themselves.
Sam turned 23 next year, and I was there to see it.
Yeah.
All right. Were we talking Supergirl next?
Let's go to Supergirl.
Sure.
Send me
Supergirl.
your questions, topics, whatever you want to say about Supergirl
Yeah,
using the
hashtag
hashtag SH
Roundup.
My favorite thing happening in the chat at the moment is everyone's just guessing who Zoom is.
I
So
like
Oh my
it,
God.
but at the same time, a little annoyed when people are like, it has to be Henry Allen.
It's definitely
it has to
Barry.
It's definitely Joe.
well, if you're reading the comments, I'm Zoom.
I'm
So-
Zoom from
I'm
Earth 3.
Zoom.
Zach Levi's been Zoom.
Alfred is Zoom.
I saw
Snapchatting.
Spider-Man as Zoom.
Yeah. Guys,
Damn
we're
it.
going to talk about Zoom. Just give us a
Yeah,
second. Other stuff happened this week. Supergirl. I would argue that this is the best episode of the show so far.
For me, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be because it's.
You really did
Mod
did
really
not like
detested
it.
I'm just not a fan.
All
I
right.
really want to support it. I really want to have its back. And I do compare it to when I first started watching Flash. I was like, Barry has no chemistry with the apparent love interest. And I was like, same with Supergirl.
Yeah.
I was like, Barry is pretty one-dimensional as a character and how he gives things. So Supergirl. Actually, just a little bit more two-dimensional, which is great. And then, you've got the kind of the boss person like Joe West. He's a good actor. Calista Flockhart's kind of bringing it too, I guess. So there's parallels there, and I love Flash, so I'm giving it a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
But holy crap, there are some things that I just cannot help but groan. Like, you heard me. I was watching it before, and I was like, oh, come on.
The fighting stances aren't great, but what you guys think about the fights with Reactron? He's the villain of the week. He's a Superman villain. I thought he looked cool. I thought his effects were pretty cool. if I'm being
Well,
honest.
when
The
I first
dialogue,
saw
though.
him, at first I was like, is this their version of Metallo? No. But then I
No.
found out it was Reactron, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, they don't have the budget for Metallo.
Oh,
yet.
no.
But I saw Smallville's Metallo. Ooh, we don't have an image of that, but he's rough to look at.
Rough.
I think it's kind of nice, though. Like, it does look great. I mean, Supergirl, her outfit looks great. These baddies look great. They put a lot of time and effort into it. As soon as they open their mouth, though, it's like, oh.
It's all very, very flat. Look, they're still trying to establish the concept. They're still getting their bearings in terms of how these characters talk and what the feel of the show is. I'm willing to give it more leeway. It's yet to do anything that for me as a viewer is like deeply offensive. I would say last week's episode was pretty freaking bad.
Oh, that was literally being
Wait, what
like
was last week's
chastised.
episode?
When she got lectured all the time. And it wasn't like a let's get to the point in 2 lines. It was let's sit down for 10 minutes and lecture you.
Yeah.
I was like,
Supergirl shouldn't be trying to save that tanker. She should have let it go to the bottom of the sea because she hasn't earned her right to do it yet. She's a bad hero, and I'm going to make sure everyone knows it. Yeah.
Oh, Cat Grant.
Yeah. Cat Grant, I still don't quite get as a character, because that's the thing, is like Harrison Wells always had my interest because he was mysterious, but also had my affection even before I realized that he was
mentor.
Right, because he was a good mentor and there was something interesting and flawed about it. Cat Grant is just so self-absorbed. There is more depth to that character there, but the writers aren't taking full advantage of that yet.
I'm a fan. I was a fan when Maxwell Lord and her did that dance and they had the dialogue.
Totally. That was a great high point of the
repartee. I
episode.
like that a lot. She was like, ooh, he's so smooth and evil, and she is kind of too, but she's kind of a good guy, I guess. She's kind of just playing the field. I like that part. But
Timmy
man, the
Jimenez
fighting's hard.
wants to know, why is Jimmy Olsen just jacked?
Huh? Because he's got to...
when you take pictures, I mean,
It really works that muscle.
No, hey, he can't just rely on Superman, okay? He's got to fight his own battles.
Except for when Supergirl's fighting her own battles and he's just going to call Superman.
I don't believe anything
little.
he says.
God damn it. Like, okay, that's the question of the the day. What did
Yeah.
you guys think of Superman on Supergirl? I was
Whoa, don't say
pleasantly...
that.
What'd you think? What?
They're cousins. Ew.
What?
Superman on Supergirl?
Hey,
I don't want to think about
get
it.
your mind out of the gutter, whatever they call a
Never.
gutter in Australia.
Do they have another name?
Probably.
Probably.
Drain. Down the there's a drain in the gutter.
I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think they were going to cop out so early in the season. It's a cop out. Superman's always
Do you
a
know what
cop
I
out.
thought a cop out? Him coming to save the day by not really doing anything and flying off's fine. It's the instant messenger chat.
I liked it.
I thought the instant messenger chat was better than the CGI Superman thigh that we saw.
Hey, that was solid Superman thigh. That was Kryptonian thigh.
It was
through and through.
Kryptonian CGI
Yeah, thigh.
CG thigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought that them talking at the end was good. And here's why I liked Superman on Supergirl. Is in a universe where Superman is confirmed to exist, you need to have a concrete reason why he won't show up all the time. Because they're not going to cast a TV Superman, at least not for a while, not until they really decide that that's what they want to do. So having him show up and having that be a key plot point in her development as a hero and her asking for the space to figure this stuff out for herself is really important to the growth of the show. And I like that they have a relationship, but we've now established that he's not coming back.
Yeah, but I mean, like, maybe like near like the finale as like a
Sure.
special thing.
Agreed.
But I got a tweet here from Eric Jones. Supergirl should leave Superman out of the show if they aren't going to pay off the appearance. I mean, I get that.
I think they're buying their time to figure out who it is.
Oh my God, this is really important too. If you have one that's already on in the movies and he's somewhat liked, that's fair to say.
I really do
I like
like
Henry
Henry
Cavill. I like
Cavill,
Henry
yeah.
Cavill, but like,
He'll never be on that show.
no, of course he won't be.
Yeah.
No, we agree to that, but like, you have to find somebody pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But it would
maybe
be-
he'd be on that show if the ratings hadn't tumbled to half the premiere ratings this week. Oops. Down by 50%.
That's a huge drop. That's devastating. That's like Good Luck Season 2 numbers, right?
Yeah. Zach Padilla wants to know what's up with Cyborg Superman. Is Hank Henshaw Cyborg Superman
I
or
don't
what?
get that. Why was he notified about what her sister was doing? Like, he's like, what's his sister's name? What's her sister's
Alex.
name? Alex. He's like, Alex. Like, what? What was she snooping? Like, what? Like, did he smell her? Like,
He's got like some kind of red eye computer senses.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's,
You know.
Peter Parker, Spider-Man. He's Computer Man. Uh-huh. Someone's using a laptop.
My favorite part was when the pillar almost crushed Winslow, and he stayed under it, waiting to like for dialogue to stop. Like, I was like, get out of the way! It's a giant pillar. Stop it! Like, I hate when people when
But
they
Sam,
do
you
that.
don't understand. My greatest fear is pillars. When I see them, I
Especially when
can't
they're coming
move.
down on me as it's currently doing.
Yeah, and
Don't
she
let
caught
the
it.
pillar
She waited.
fall down on me.
But like, why not just? That was dumb. But I like the idea of making a lead glove.
I liked that. Okay, this is the thing. I'm probably going to do every Supergirl review with a number. How many times I went, ooh, cool. And I did it twice.
What was the other one?
The Iron Fist was one. What was the other one? Something happened. I went, oh, that was cool. It was near the end. Cool. Iron Fist and...
You didn't think the text messages were cool?
No.
Yeah, I like the lead glove. That was cool.
She heated her hand through it. It was like, boing, donk.
And she's strong enough to keep bending the lead in her hand.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
like, that lead would have turned hard at some
Not for a
point.
Kryptonian, no.
I
wouldn't
guess.
have.
She just
Something
got
at the
those
end.
super warm palms.
Of course.
Yeah.
But overall, what would you rate this episode?
Yeah, give us a percentage out of 100. Maybe that could
Percentage
work.
out of 100 or something out of 10. It's all the same.
Yeah,
What
we
would
can
you-
do the.
I would give it a 7 out of 10. You know, it was pretty solid for Supergirl standards. The bar is pretty high, but it is a pretty disposable episode of television when you really look at it.
Yeah. What about you? Be honest, it's
I mean,
okay.
it was better than last week's.
Yes.
So I'm going to give it a 5.
Oh, wow.
I think that's pretty fair.
No, a 5 is an average number.
Yeah.
And this was an average.
Yeah, maybe I drop
episode
it down
on
to a
an
6.
Average show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go for a 6 as well. Like,
Compare it to Flash, compare it to Arrow, compare it to Good Writing, compare it to the other good shows out there.
and people say we can't compare those two, but like, yes, we can. Of course, we can compare it. It's the
Whoa,
same
here we
creative
go.
team.
Here we go.
6,
80%.
2%, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 6
People
out
are
of 10,
just throwing
5,
numbers
5,
at us.
4.5,
101.
4 out of
Guys,
10,
if you throw this many
63.
numbers at us, Hank Henshaw's going to get red eyes.
I know. I think I
Roundup.
could do it all. 7, 78, 70%.
3 out of 10, 22 out of 33.
Yeah.
7, 6 out of 10,
I'd give it a
5
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. My favorite part was the last 5 minutes and the Superman showing up in the lead glove. That was about it. Everything else was dumb. Everything else was real dumb.
Someone
why
raised the point. How did they afford their little base? All those computer systems
How
in
did
that
they
abandoned
build
room.
it without anyone noticing? Oh, here's a room that no one goes in. It's like, yeah, but you have to power drill that shit on the wall. Like, no one noticed. And then you announce, hey, maybe we should go into our secret lair. It's like you're in a full office.
Yeah, but that full office is probably like, oh man, that girl Kara, she's like getting down and dirty with 2 of the guys at the same time.
Yeah, I saw this in
They're
Twilight
disappearing.
already.
They're
At
going to their
work.
secret base.
At work.
Which
Eesh.
base are you going to? Third base?
No, I mean you go past home straight to threesome.
I will say this.
Ooh,
I think that Melissa Benoist makes a good Kara.
she's great.
A great
Doesn't make a
Kara.
good Supergirl.
That pose when she's fighting.
Well, the one thing that like drove me crazy, like
Good
the poses, yes, but her interview with Cat Grant, where she's doing like mock heroic seriousness, was so uncomfortable to watch.
What I would actually really like is, Kara's
and
a
she
little
left
bit...
the car on the roof, right? She left the car on the roof? Sorry, just wondering. Yeah.
Whatever happened with that? The thing I kind of like, Barry was always awkward, uncomfortable, fumbling around, and then he kind of found his groove. Maybe we'll have the same thing happen here. But what I usually liked about these is that you can be uncomfortable when the glasses are on, but when you become Superman or Supergirl, when in the whole history of when this has happened, they transform into a sturdy, sure person. Kara can't do that. Even when she's supposed to be saving the day, she still questions everything. She's still mumbling. It's like, I want to see a difference. That's just me.
And last tweet to close this out, Eric Jones again writes, Supergirl is going to ruin Red Tornado next week, because Red Tornado does show up. If you guys know anything about Red Tornado, he's
mean
an
Brown
android.
Cyclone?
Yeah, yeah. He looks he looks a little rough around the edges. But next week we're going to be seeing the superhero Red Tornado is an android who can control like wind elements, and he's supposed to be really cool, but I think he's a villain, which is a bummer because
Remember
he
how
would
we
be
saw the
really
picture?
cool.
And it was like-
ooh, he's a tomato. He's a tomato. But
Yeah, Red Tomato.
Yeah, Red Tomato, everyone's
Xena
favorite.
is better than Supergirl, says Zintus. I absolutely agree. Bring Xena back. That was
they
great.
will. Oh, they will. I
want
promise
them
you.
to.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. real quick.
Real
Yeah.
quick. Send me
Real
your
quick.
questions, topics, whatever. Hashtag SH Roundup about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This week, I really liked it. They got some, we kind of resolved the Lash issue a little.
Kind of.
I think
Kind
it
of.
kind of it opened up a whole new path for it all.
The Shield is doing a great job of like, we're going to close this up, but ooh, there's a little something else. Ooh, there's a little tease, especially with, what's her name? The ACLU girl?
Rosalind.
Not ACLU. What's the ACLU?
Sounds like a college someone went to.
ATCU.
Yeah. Rosalind is in league with Powers Booth. What the F?
And so she's part of Hydra. Hydra's still in the government somehow.
I
I guess. I don't know.
Hell,
but
Hydra.
I liked all the dialogue. I liked that we got to learn about how Lash became Lash. It wasn't through like the pills, the fish supplements.
But was it was it a little disappointing? Booby trap book and like
booby trap book?
and that he's just pulled ever since he's changed. He's being pulled towards Inhumans, and now he has this thing. Like there's no like mythic level.
Didn't he get eaten up, gobbled up by the substance though? That's mythical-ish, isn't it?
Well,
It
no,
is,
it's No. There's no grander reason for him being Lash. It's not like he was chosen. It's not like he believes that the gods are telling him or the Kree are telling him to do this.
Is that what you want? I didn't want that. I wanted a madman. I wanted like a crazy psychopath serial killer who got the power and was like, ooh, I don't want any more of me on the street.
I wanted a body snatcher. I wanted him tackling with this thing inside. I can't control him when it comes out. Run!
He kind of does.
Yeah.
That's why he iced like May and then took her
That was
somewhere.
shocking. I love that.
But I like that when Lincoln like established like we don't shapeshift. That's not a thing that we do. Like, which I'm like, okay, that's a weird box to put around like Inhumans. But he's like, no. He's still going through the transformation, and like if you don't help him, he's gonna be stuck like Lash. And I was like, ooh.
That's cool. Nice little ticking clock.
I'm not going to lie. I may have had a couple of red wines last night before I watched this show.
Is everything not real crystal clear?
Not
Megan-
Not crystal.
Megan.
what?
It's Inhuman.
I liked
It's
it.
Inhuman.
As the
It's
Terrigen
Inhuman.
crystal.
Yeah.
Megan Malore writes in the chat, was it just me or was the CGI with Lash much worse this week?
They needed quick transformations. All right, kids.
Yeah, calm down.
And calm down.
Yeah.
And I did write down, though, there was heartbreaking with Fitz and Simmons. There was a single tear I noticed. A single tear.
Yeah.
What happened?
So he was listening to all of her audio clips.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then he watched a video of her
And
basically.
then saw the picture of them together.
He saw the picture of them together. He got angry. He was storming out of the room, and then he heard her message to him, and he realized how much she loves him and how horrible it was there. And if he had been there too, he would have held out hope as long as he can. Basically, he finally found out that she held out hope of them being together as long as she could. He no longer blames her for falling in love with someone else. He knows that she always loved him.
Yeah, he wasn't audibly saying it, but you could tell in his face. But this was just like
a single tear.
Yeah.
That's
It was
what I saw.
a beautiful performance. Really.
They're so good. Those two together are becoming my favorite part of this TV show.
Yeah, I love that they didn't, like try to overdo it and go for a kiss or whatever. It's like accepting, I know you have feelings for me. I have feelings for you. We're both pretty damaged. Let's just sit together and watch the sunrise for right now, and we'll take it from there.
In the nicest ladylike way possible. Have those two previously gone to Pound Town?
No.
Oh no, but that
No
was very
poundage.
elegant of you asking.
Yeah.
So they've never have they smooched?
No, not in
Wow, that
Berkshire,
is sexual
no, nowhere
tension
else.
I could cut with a.
This is like
Dildo.
5 years. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Have you had a couple red wines?
I don't know. I just.
It's just a long day.
I think
all right?
it's honestly, I think it's like something in me. And just like I switched off caring. I'm from Supergirl, and now I'm just like, wow.
well, here we go. But I like the showdown. I need Lincoln to die. I'm sorry. I
You
know
just hate
DJ.
him. Like him?
I know DJ didn't like him. And I was like, hey, come on, man. He's making some dumbass decisions. He's like, what? He thinks he could talk about my people like that. It's like, come on, dude.
He's not a professional.
He's not I mean, he's not. But like, pull yourself together.
Maybe after he's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., things will work out.
What's going on with that and Chloe Bennett?
They didn't have like any scenes together this episode. There was
Makes
none
no
of
sense. That makes no sense.
none
Didn't
of
she
that.
confessed pretty much feelings for him.
Sure.
And now
Nothing.
Oh, I do want to note when May was looking to follow what is her husband's name?
Andrew.
Andrew. When she was looking to follow Andrew and like doing her research, the way they handled Mac in those scenes was really cool because he was there the entire time, but they never focused on him besides the phone call, him talking to Lincoln. The way they were handling Mac throughout the episode, I really liked because he was secretly talking to Lincoln for a special meetup later. They didn't focus on it. When she was like going through the flight logs, he came through the scene. You saw him. I thought they were going to do something with it, but later you called back to it. I like that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yay.
Good
It's
writing.
like subtle, smart, efficient writing when you're juggling this many storylines.
Christopher Washington, Lincoln and Laurel die. I can't stand Lincoln, says Lindsay Solomon. Woo. What do
Yeah,
you guys
Jake
think?
Butler says Lincoln could have been cool. Yeah, people are like, Lincoln is the worst.
Ooh, what about this?
Ooh.
Jedi Master Chico writes, are you excited that Coulson versus Rosalind is happening already, even before the mid-season finale?
Yes.
They kissed.
Not
They
just kissed. They got that sweet, sweet.
With that robo hand.
Yeah. What do you think he used that robo stump for, huh?
I'm
You
not
better
What kind of
wash it after.
attachments does he have for
I
that?
said two naughty things this podcast. I am at my maximum.
All right.
I'll let you
Well,
fill everyone else in on that.
Yeah.
Pun
Second
intended.
question of the day. What are the
Thank you.
kinky attachments that Coulson has for his stump?
Please answer in the... No, don't.
What have I done?
Oh, man. Anything else from this episode? It was pretty jam-packed.
It was jam-packed, and I like that about this season because they have so much going on.
we
But
changing the topic?
no, just for still, this episode, but I was saying, for Daisy and Rosalind having the showdown about like the morality of like both what they're doing, because both are not great. And also, we didn't talk about this, but Joey, if we want to throw up an image of him, Joey was in this episode, and he actually has a pretty cool power besides a nightmare before.
Right, it's not just melting stuff. He can turn metals into other shapes.
That's cool.
And kind
Into
of
that substance?
what?
The wall. The transporter.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, can he manipulate that?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Mod figured it out.
Homework for you two. Watch episodes with a couple of wines next time, and then it will open your mind to... Wow.
Wow. I'll think about it.
That
But no,
could be amazing.
that's a cool point. And also, I'm glad he's not dead. Come on, don't like Lash
All right,
kill all
we're
the cool
seeing
ones.
a lot of people are just saying the hand vibrates, which, come on, we can get more creative.
Oh, someone said set hand to something else.
To stun?
What was it?
I mean, that laser
to
finger.
flirt.
Yeah, the Afro Swede says sonic butt plug, but he forgot the O, so it just says snick butt plug. I hope that Joey becomes a regular too. Very Merry 15.
All right, so let's do out of 10 because it's easier for everyone. Out of 10, what did you rate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this episode? Out of 10. What did you think?
8.5 for me.
8.5?
Yeah.
I'll give it 7.8.
I much preferred the last ones that we've had leading up to this one, so I'm just going to drop it back a little bit to a 7.5.
Ooh, but pretty solid episode though. Pretty solid
Very,
season.
very solid.
And we got tweets this week. People were like, stop praising Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so much. It's not as good as Flash and Arrow because they don't have superheroes specifically. It's like that's not the
That's
point.
an arbitrary reason to
Yeah.
say that a show is better than
We want
another.
story. We want plot lines.
We want characters
chemistry.
that aren't one or two dimensional.
And I have to say, even though I'll love Flash to the day I die, that episode with the shapeshifter, there's never been that kind of poor writing and storytelling on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ever.
Even when it was boring.
Even when it was boring, nothing that dumb. No character's been that stupid.
9 out of 10. Solid 8. 8, 8, 8, 8.5, 8, 7.7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8,
Oh no, she's
8,
stuck.
7.
Oh no.
I
All
haven't
right.
seen it out of 10.
Okay, let's talk about Flash because it's apparently all anyone wants to talk about. It's on our thumbnail. Enter Zoom 33 minutes into the episode for about 4 total minutes of screen time.
Oh my god.
I wish... Okay.
That opening scene was rough. Continue with
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys remember Jaws? What was so great about that? You would only get glimpses of it. You would never really see Bruce the shark all at once. You would wait. Is it a shadow over there? Did you not see me? And that built up so much more tension and suspense.
Did that happen?
They tried to do that and failed. I would have rather have not seen him this episode. And I think that the training montage, like, too much for not enough payoff.
Right. It seemed like they were positioning her to become Dr. Light as a good guy, but then they took the gloves
take
away.
the gloves back.
Take the gloves back. Oh, yeah, like I don't get that part. Like I like the scene where they were trying to fake a fight. I thought that was really fun because the actors committed to like she's like the scared kid trying to figure out how to like do this correctly, and like Barry like played along and was like kind of the helpful adult and whatnot.
That was a really funny line of dialogue. I guess I've landed really badly, and I've been here for an hour. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
my leg's asleep. I gotta get up. I gotta get up.
Like, I thought that was very funny.
It was, and like, there's no way that Zoom wasn't watching the entire time. He actually called back to it later, but it should have been like this was one episode, end the episode with Linda being taken.
Agreed.
End it there. Then the next episode is the hunt for Zoom and like an episode-long fight with Zoom.
Here's the issue that I'm starting to realize might be the problem with this season, and this episode is pretty emblematic of it, is that there is a general lack of stakes. We have a villain whose motive, it appears to be, is just to be the fastest or to kill our hero, which is a pretty boring motivation. Why does he want to kill him? It doesn't really make any sense. Last season, we had an ongoing mystery of why is Harrison Wells here? Why is he the Reverse Flash? That's
Who
crazy.
is he really?
And you know what? We don't even actually have the answer to that.
Right.
We don't have an answer for why he hates the Flash so much. But continue. Sorry.
No, but this season, the Harrison Wells mystery is kind of like, I would be far more interested in that. I'm far more curious about
Why
what's
is he
going
such
on
an
in
asshole?
Earth 2. Like, here's, in my dream world, you have Zoom show up at the top of the episode, and you have this fight where Barry is just getting leveled, and you're cutting between that and what happened in Earth 2 leading up to Jesse being kidnapped.
Or make that a Zoom origin story. Like,
Sure.
like you don't even need to show Zoom, but just show that like his first appearance, like what happened, something.
How he's been affecting the world. Like, there are more interesting stories to tell than just kind of, we were waiting around all episode for Zoom to show up, and then he kind of came and went. And the fight was okay. The him being dragged through the streets,
That was
awesome.
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's
Really
an
love
image
that.
of that. Look at that image of Barry being dragged through the streets because that was a little hard to look at a little bit
Yeah.
because it's like, ooh, he should be dead.
But there was a consequence finally. You do get an idea that Zoom is basically unstoppable. You know,
Here, go up.
please.
There was a comment in the chat that I want to address. The 5 Phoenix says, didn't someone say that Zoom wanted all the Speed Force no matter where it was? I think Matt is wrong. Look, dude.
But that's still like not a thing. Like that's
Usually
not
it's
a,
like-
We don't
They
even know what the
killed-
Speed Force fucking is yet.
no. And like even in the second episode, they're like, is there any trace of the Speed Force in Jay? Which I'm like, what tool do you have to measure that? By the way, but also there's somebody in here that said that Zoom isn't actually the big bad of the season. He isn't. And I wonder if
Well,
that could
that's
be
more
true.
that's more exciting. It's like go my Jesse, quick. Like there was a lot of kind of boring dialogue this week, and until we get a story that's grounded in character, like Barry trying to find out who killed his mother and get his father free, that's a story that we can latch onto. It's grounded in our hero. We want him to succeed in this. Okay, so we want him to stop Zoom from killing all these people. You could say that about any villain on this show. So other than him being more fearsome or being faster than Barry,
Why do we care?
Why do we care?
Why do you're right, and like I get why. I like that they established why Barry was so hasty to get to Zoom. He's like, I didn't stop Reverse Flash, like I didn't, which like it's a kind of a pride thing at that point, which is kind of dumb, but at least they tried to explain it. And catching the lightning was a little too literal. Was a little too literal on the nose.
I actually out loud went, cool.
When he
That
grabbed
was
lightning like someone threw a stick at you and he
Yes.
threw it right back. That's not
cool.
how it works.
I liked it.
Like I accepted
I
when,
was like, wow.
when Cold froze the lasers, which is impossible
Possible at all.
It does not make any sense.
I didn't say cool to that. And I could have,
You
because
could
it's
have.
a good pun.
I bought that, but this was like he could have done some cool lightning bending with his lightning and throwing it back at him, but he literally plucked it out of the air and threw it right back at him.
loved it. I ate it up and loved it.
I wish that it wasn't just this skinny little bolt of lightning, and instead it was like the kind of ball of lightning. But I also
Because
loved
they're
it.
like, he's doing the thing. This is the victory thing. This is the unstoppable thing. He's doing it. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom just caught it and threw it.
Now, here's the thing. When we find out who Zoom is, it could change this story into something that's far more compelling. Because what if it's, say, Earth 2 Joe, right? Earth 2 Joe is Zoom.
Yep.
And in this universe, Barry accidentally killed Iris when he was a boy. And Joe has been consumed with this idea of Barry his whole life.
Right, yeah.
And Earth 2 Barry is in Iron Heights. And Zoom went and
Wow.
killed him, but he wants to kill every Barry that's ever existed.
That's cool.
That
I'll
to me,
buy that.
You know, when he finds out that he's also a speedster, that Barry is the one who was gifted with the Speed Force in another dimension, it really screwed with his head. Like there's a way to make it more personal that would make it more interesting. Like I was really excited when Joe reopened the whole Reverse Flash conversation with Barry this episode because that is kind of unresolved. We didn't really have a firm idea of how Barry felt about the whole thing.
No, and it won't be resolved for a while because we still don't know why he was doing it in the first place. Why did he kill his mom? There was no answer, and we didn't even need it because that wasn't the point of the first season. But I'm excited for them to explore that. Also, here's a fun tweet: Van at Van.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Robert Queen is Earth 2 Arrow equals Henry Allen is Zoomer Flash. So that's a fun idea. Don't know if that's true, but it was kind of a cool throwback to the Earth 2 comics that's happening right now because Thomas Wayne is Batman. Because what happened in that comic was his parents were shot, Batman's parents were shot. His dad did not die. He faked his death and continued on and then took up the mantle of Batman once Bruce died. So this was kind of a cool callback to that. And I kind of want them to play around with that. They brought Robert Queen back as like an Earth 2 Arrow in a cool crossover episode.
That would be really cool with
Yeah.
like the full goatee and like the Robin Hood hat and everything.
See, in the comics, in Earth 1, Arrow looks like Stephen Amell right now, but Earth 2 looks like classic goatee, long hair, everything like that. So
love
that
it.
could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, theory.
Theory.
Zoom is, I like your Zoom is Joe West, Earth 2 Joe West. Zoom is Earth 2 Patty Spivot. They dated Barry and Patty, then got married and fell in love. Baz had cheated. or upset her, tore her heart out. She transformed, turned into an evil psycho, had some meta powers,
Holy
has
shit.
to kill every Barry.
What?
Psycho.
But see, the only problem is
The cutest, sweetest little giggly girl who's like, oh, wow, maybe I could have a refresher of a kiss. She's Zoom, man.
But what the only problem is that why was she trying to kill Jay then?
Because
kinda
he's
looks
trying
the
to
same.
stop her.
Okay, that's an answer. I mean, maybe.
All what we're saying is all of these things are better than Jay Garrick saying, Zoom has to be the fastest in every world. He needs to have all the speed. He
Right.
has to be the fastest.
'Cause-
that's not okay.
What do you think about this?
Because how
though?
can you relate to that?
What about Eddie? Our Eddie. What if our Eddie? Because that was not just a wormhole to another dimension. It was a time portal. Mm-hmm. And so what if he got sucked backwards in time? It doesn't matter. This is just a rough idea, but he gets sucked back before the particle accelerator explodes in their world. So it's 2 years, and he gets healed because they have higher medicine or better medicine. And so something happens to him, and he actually gets the power, and he's like, I can be important now. If I have to be the most important speedster.
That to me is also interesting. Like that's
See, look
something
at all
that's
this.
also
Eddie,
grounded
Patty.
in character.
Ooh.
Grounded in character.
But I bet you it's none of these.
Can we also can we put a moratorium on using vibe as a verb?
I love it. You trying to vibe me? That's great. Like he's like, don't vibe me, and he's like trying to like spill
Hey,
stuff
man.
all over him.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I just... Wasn't Cisco supposed to go on a date? What happened to that?
With Kendra Saunders, it'll happen.
Ooh, with Hot Girl.
Yeah,
it's not gonna
what's
happen
going on
soon.
there?
It's gonna happen soon. Golden Glider's gonna get real mad. She's gonna make her wings gold.
Hawkman's gonna be pro mad too.
Pro mad.
Pro mad.
That's what he said. He
Yeah,
stands
you
by it.
heard me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, on a level, Cisco is trying to vibe him without consent, and it comes off creepy to me.
He's got superpowers.
Well, okay. This is the face of the man that like lied to me and killed me in an alternate timeline.
That's
So
true.
I would be, like all I have to do is that, like, and like get a vision.
Mission, Sam Basher.
Huh? True.
Commission.
Hey,
Consent.
you had a hard day, Wells. Let me give you a nice massage, huh? Nothing
new shampoo,
creepy or
your
weird
hair
or
smells
supernatural
great.
about this. Just giving you a little
Creepy
little
or
taste of
supernatural.
It's the most natural
spooky
thing
massages.
in the world.
We got one more show.
Yeah, let's talk about Arrow.
Arrow. What
Which
did you guys think?
I thought it was a great episode this week.
Yeah, Arrow has been great this season.
It's like they... I'm sorry.
Wonder Woman, no.
It's as if they've heard complaints that there isn't really believability between Oliver and Felicity being together. So this whole episode was like they're having real relationship problems, and it's reminder these two are together. Believe it, please.
And it's not just that Felicity's involved and invested. It's like Oliver is really trying. He's really didn't look at her in the eyes, but like he just
in fact, sat on the opposite side of the dinner table while talking,
Right.
and then the bed.
But still, it's important to see him invest in this relationship because we don't really see it that often. He's often too consumed with superheroism.
So there's more
know.
chemistry now. Thank God, because the chemistry between little Speedy and that dude.
Speaking of chemistry, can we talk about Captain Lance and Felicity's mom?
Yeah, look at Felicity's mom. There's a quick graphic up. She is a little tough to have an episode sometimes. I'm gonna be honest. She's a little like that character's fun. But I like her one-on-one with Felicity. Like, as her motherly advice. It was nice. And Quentin Lance are going to have little babies. And it's going to be a Felicity Laurel type mashup baby in the future.
Nice.
Foreshadowing.
I love that we have Ray back. It was great to have him back on the show. I missed his sense of humor.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think he got a little bit annoying.
Really?
Oh, when he started talking?
Immediately.
Well,
Wait,
it's
when
just
he resized or when he was tiny?
He was trapped for how long? Weeks and weeks. He was sending out distress calls that were unanswered for so long, and then he gets saved, and he's like, "Huh, that was kind of cool." It's like,
That's it's his demeanor.
That's who he is. He's completely disconnected from reality.
You know what? Actually, when he tries to talk about like the cockroaches and stuff, when everyone shuts him down, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Let him talk about how he had to fight bugs. How cool is that? Like, and he threw into like
it
fell
was,
from like 50
annoying.
stories into a somewhere, and
they were put out
found
by
him.
it.
And also it was an explosion. He caught his suit, and there's a lot of really cool things they could have talked about. They're like, I don't want to talk about bugs.
especially not cockroaches.
Yeah.
Christopher Washington brings up a good point. What the hell was Palmer eating?
Dust, bugs.
They throw him a little couple of crumbs of pie crust. They'd be a full meal for him, I
Hey,
guess.
if you could trek across that construction site to a hot dog stand, he just hung out underneath there for a while.
Wait a minute, that doesn't quite make sense. Because
This show does not make sense.
Well, no, because like even if you're small, right, a crumb of pie crust is still going to have the same number of calories and nutrition as it would for an ordinary person. It's not like it suddenly has more calories just because you're smaller.
Yeah.
Does being small mean that you require less calories and nutrition to stay alive?
You'd need less food.
Yeah, you need less food.
I mean,
so
his
it'd be easier
stomach
to get.
size is like, what, 3 pieces of salt?
So like a little like
Grains
bit of
of
gristle off a steak would be
Or maybe
plenty
it's not
for him
enough, so he has to just eat small bits
all the time.
constantly.
This is great discussion that everyone could have asked him when he got rescued, because that was,
Yeah.
but he was just like,
I also loved seeing Sarah back in the costume.
Oh, yeah.
That was
You
really
brought up a good
thrilling.
point. She had a gun?
she was shooting bullets. She was shooting rounds. She
In
was
her,
like,
in her season, they did like wrestle with the whole like you can't kill thing, but I
never
guess
had
they
a
kind of
gun
forgot
before,
about
has she?
that. Nah, she's more like killing with her bare hands.
that
Kinda.
stood out to me like a sore thumb. Because, there's like, boom, shooting arrow, Speedy, boom, shooting arrow. You got Laurel with the little batons or whatever going on. And then she's like, it's like, what happened?
And then they let her go at the end of the episode. She's like,
is
I
a-
gotta go figure myself out.
No, this
Goodbye.
is hilarious. Well,
Goodbye.
she broke someone's neck. And I'm like, you got really upset that she broke someone's neck, but you gave her a gun to go into the battle.
She was like super violent.
Maybe
She's
it was like-
I need to prove that I'm not this violent. Well, okay, here's the gun,
lock
and
and
let's
load.
go.
I
Maybe it
will
was
miss
like
on
Diggle's dart gun.
We can pretend, but it sounded like a bullet. They sure went down and didn't get up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Damien Dark blink count. Didn't see any blinks this episode.
No blinks.
He was far better.
I think over. I love him. He's
Yeah.
so good. What's like that box with the puzzle on it? This looked like circuitry. I don't
Yeah.
know. They wanted to use Palmer Tech for something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The White Dwarf, some garbage. The
What
comic
happened
book
with
talk.
that?
he's
Garbledygook.
They wanted to take the white dwarf matter that Ray uses for his suit and use it as a power source for whatever that crazy puzzle box is.
You know.
What is that crazy puzzle box?
I imagine it's whatever Ollie's going to find on Leanne Yu. With
Leanne, me?
No. Leanne Sam,
Yeah.
personally.
Quick question. I also like the side story, the flashbacks this season. They're very interesting, and I like that Constantine was. They mentioned him again, but what happened after he killed that one worker prisoner? Did anything
Nothing
happen? Did they
really,
resolve
no.
anything?
No,
That's
it's just
next episode.
basically now all of the the slave people won't trust him.
Guys,
So
send
he
me
has no
your
allies.
Send me your tweets and whatnot.
I liked the marking that Constantine put on his stomach, because when he was shirtless again, I don't know if you noticed that when Arrow was shirtless in bed.
No, we missed that one.
Woo-wee.
I love when Mr.
tattoos
Terrific was
there.
like, "You're married and you're married and he's taken. You're married and he's taken. You're married and he's taken." Yeah.
I like how he's used. He's a professional base jumper. Is
Well,
that what it is?
he won the bronze in a decathlon.
Decathlon.
Oh yeah, base jumping is in a decathlon.
No, but he just basically, he's very physically fit. He does extreme sports. He's always going to the gym. Sorry, Maud, I interrupted you.
He's got the tattoo, and the tattoo has a particular power, and I want to know what that power is, and I want to know how you activate it.
Do you think it is some kind of arrow
like a
power?
rune.
Like an arrow force?
I think it's actually like a 1-up. I think it's a free life.
I
Why?
mean,
He
still
really could have
has
used
it.
that last year when he
Yeah.
got killed.
Yeah, well, R2D2 could have used the jetpack in all of the original trilogy.
That's true. Why
That's-
didn't he use those jets?
that's
They
for
didn't
Star
know
Wars
that
Roundup.
When's that happening?
You know, when there's more. There's 7 Star Wars shows on TV.
Yeah, I also love that we went to Cord Industries. They're really trying to build up Ted Cord.
And they're really trying to build up on Flash hard light constructs when Dr. Light escaped with the invisibility power that she now has.
Oh, they just let her escape. She's just out there somewhere, naked and afraid.
Watch on Discovery. That ran away. Wait, what?
It was naked. So.
Oh, when we were touching your facial hair, there's a good tweet here from Jamie Cook. Did Damien Dark give Ray a tiny razor? The tiniest razor. Because he didn't grow an inch of facial hair.
No, he used his hard light beams, which were established last season, to shave his face.
Wow, but he only had a little bit of power to get out of the cell with. Which
because he'd been using it all to shave.
Guys, it's a
Yeah.
superhero show.
I know. I'm sorry. Like, how does Superman shave in the Man
Maybe
of
he's
Steel?
just-
Okay, cut to the boardroom. They're like, guys, we want to use a little bit. He's going to be clean shaven and the light's going to project out. Who votes that this will actually work? And like 5 people are like, And 4 people were like, 5 over 4, done.
What if you
Write it in.
just put a fake beard, and then when they cut to the boardroom scene when they're like talking about the bugs, he's like, "Oh,
He's got a
you
towel
cleaned
and he's
up."
wiping his face.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not to be a stickler. 'Cause
Maybe
that's
he's
not
one
that
of those guys who
important.
can't grow facial hair, Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you out, Ray. I'm
Right
so
in front of my
sorry.
face. Why would you bring that up? You know it makes me embarrassed.
I'm sorry, Maud.
All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
Oh yeah, Barry's paralyzed now. I forgot about
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
I can't feel my legs when I'm with Zoom. No more running. No more running.
They've been practicing that for a while.
Yeah.
They were really excited to
I was
sing
real
it and
excited
debut
about it
it.
when I came up with it, and then we completely forgot it.
Yeah.
We thought we sang it at the beginning?
How
Oh,
many?
yeah. What was the other one that we came up with at the beginning?
No, I thought we sang that one in the beginning.
No, we missed it.
Sorry, we sang Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday. That was a different one. Really quick for just a flash question. How long is he going to be paralyzed for?
An hour.
Okay, good. Hour.
35 minutes.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, what do you guys think is going to happen next week on Arrow? Wait, how many more episodes? Only a few more episodes till we get the awesome crossover event
Yes, I
between Flash
believe
and Arrow.
it's 2 episodes away.
Flaro.
And you said it was Legends of Yesterday was
Yeah,
one?
is the title of both.
I think it's Legends of Today on Arrow. I think it's Legends of. That's what I was reading.
Oh,
on.
Legends of Yesterday, Legends of Today.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible. But yeah, it's a Vandal Savage story where they introduce Vandal Savage for the first time, and it starts on Flash, continues on Arrow. Instead of being 2 episodes that are standalones that are kind of linked, it's one continuous story across both shows.
And that's what you want. That's what fans want. They want like a continuous story. And for people casually watching one or the other, kind of sucks.
a
You
whole
don't get the
bunch of people
story.
are saying it's a freaking mother box. The goddamn puzzle box is a mother
It
box.
does look
that
like
would
a
be
mother
so
box.
effing cool.
Oh, a mother box
fuck,
is a
that would be
lit-
so cool.
Do you know mother boxes?
There's a mother box. Who had the mother box in the other one? When
In
did the mother box
Gods and
come out?
Monsters? Her sword is a mother box.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's where we saw it.
It's a living computer, which would be real cool. But then
And
there's
connect them to
magic.
Dark Side.
That would be cool. And God, just bring Green Lantern and Blue Beetle on the show, please. You can
Okay.
only tease it so many times.
Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle, oh Blue Beetle. When you meet Blue Beetle, oh he's so
Sounds
cool.
like the bumblebee of things.
Oh, he's just quirky and fun. He's got like a suit. He's got an Iron Man suit.
Oh,
Yeah, one of them does at least. Yeah.
Sam, you want to talk about some comics? A little
I'll
pull
talk
list?
about some quick pull lists. I'm not DJ, all right? I don't have everything from every other
No, you
publisher
wouldn't.
because I'm a DC fanboy. You guys know that, and I'm sorry. I apologize. But I will talk about Marvel real quick. All new, all different Avengers did premiere this week with issue number 1, and I have heard mixed reviews. But if you guys have read it, please comment or tweet at me if I should pick it up. It looks really good. But over at DC, they're doing their Dark Side Wars events. This week, they published Green Lantern story and Shazam story. And the fun part about that is Shazam is, if you guys know the mythology behind Shazam, he is connected to the Greek gods. Something happened, and now he's attached to the new gods. So he has a whole new slew of powers, and Darkseid's father is involved in that story. And over in Green Lantern, the Parademons took over Oa and turned all the Green Lanterns into Parademons. It's really cool. Go check that out. And also, there's a new Teen Titans, which is garbage, but you can go ahead and read that if you want. And if you haven't checked out Starfire, her new series, her solo series, it's real good. Martian Manhunter has a new issue that's coming out, and it's real good. And JLA, the Justice League of America, not tied to the Dark Side Wars, they're going to introduce Martian Manhunter in that one. It's going to be real
Yay,
cool.
go America.
Go America. Hey, go America. We'll have Justice League Australia one day.
One day.
One day.
It
I
always tease me.
promise.
JLA, Justice League of
America. Fuck yeah.
coming to see you for
Every
the motherfucking day. Yeah.
All right.
Australia. One day.
One day.
We'll see
All right.
ya.
Folks, I want to thank you so much for joining us on Superhero Roundup this week. As always, we are here every Friday at 1 p.m. Be sure to tune in next Saturday, the 21st, for our all-day live stream as we're going to be watching Jessica Jones. You can watch it with us, chat with us, tweet us, everything. It's going to be a fully connected, super fun, geeky day, and I hope that you join us to do that. Sam, where can the people find you?
Go on Twitter at Sam Basher. Also check out my YouTube channel, Dublin Inc. TV. Dublin, like the capital of Ireland. Dublin Inc. TV. I have a new show that's coming out this weekend. I'm so freaking excited about it, and I hope you guys like it. So watch it.
And
Damn it.
Maud.
I'm on all social medias at Maud Garrett, but I'm cutting up my power, and that's what I'm playing, watching, and reading. And I've been doing a lot of that lately. So subscribe to youtube.com/geekbomb
Geek Bomb.
for my power and powered. The D stands for drinking.
Hell yeah.
I'm an Australian.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at Matt Lieberman. That's MattLieberman. You can check out my advice podcast, Ask Liebs, every Monday and Thursday. And I'm also, next Tuesday, I'm going to be on the very first live episode of TV Fights over at Screen Junkies. So if you want to cheer me on and be a part of that whole conversation, you can go to Screen Junkies Plus to watch the very first episode. I'm really excited about it. Roxy Stryer hosted. She's a friend of the show. So you should
Make us
totally
proud,
go
buddy.
check out that. Oh, I will.
Don't embarrass
I did the
us.
pilot, and I lost by 1 point. I refuse to lose again. Hell no.
Hell
I'm going
no.
in with guns blazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you all so much. Tweet at us with the hashtag #SHRoundup. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Yes, read American Alien, Superman, American Alien, Max Landis wrote it.
Bye-bye.